As much as I want to be those super fashionable Pinterest, Instagram fashion influencers that wear loafers and boots and cute outfits every day, very realistically, I wear sneakers like 99% of the time. They just fit into my lifestyle a lot better. I don't live in a big city, and most of the time I'm going out is just for groceries or more groceries or walks around my neighborhood. Very exciting life, I know. As I've needed to replace my current sneakers, and since learning more about fashion, instead of just buying another pair of Nikes or Adidas or Vans, I wanted to support a more sustainable and ethical brand. While there are quite a few options out there like Vivaia's or S.Deer Codes, I also had a very specific look that I was going for. I really wanted a sneaker that matched most of my outfits, could be dressed up or down, and that's when I found Seavees. The shoes I ended up getting from Seavees are very similar to the Nikes that I've been wearing every day, but I even think they're a little more sleek than the Nikes that I've been wearing, and they're made with better materials. They're just as comfortable, if not more comfortable. They require zero break-in time, and they're made to be a better quality to last a long time. Before I go in more about the brand, how it came about, and their sustainability practices as a company, let me show you what some of their shoes look like. Like, you're more into New Balance? Bam. You like the look of Nikes? Bam. You want to wear some Vans? Bam. You like Vans but you like the ones with laces instead? Bam. You like the look of Sperry's? They got that too. What about those North Face slipper boot things? They have those too. You want those North Face slippers without the boot? Bam. But you know, sneakers are all fine and all, but what if you're looking for some fisherman shoes? Oh, you mean like these boots? Or did you mean the ones that you could just slip on like these? Or what about an in-between so that you look like you're Bob from Bob's Burgers? They got that too.
Ooh!
They've got moccasin looking things. They've got these Converse looking things. If you want to look like you're living in an anime, they also have shoes for those. And last, but very much not least, what if you wanted to fulfill your dreams of fitting in with the cool kids in 6th grade when they all wore those Kathy Jean platform shoes? Well, Seavees has those too. So what is this brand and how did it come about? The story of the shoe is actually really cool, and that's what kind of hooked me into looking into the shoe brand. This is actually a sneaker brand that was launched in 1964. The owner and creator, B.F. Goodrich, launched this sneaker brand to rethink the sneaker as the casual footwear appropriate for all occasions. But in order to streamline their portfolio, B.F. Goodrich sold Seavees to Converse. However, in 1971, Converse sold Seavees in response to a U.S. Department of Justice complaint for having a monopoly on the American sneaker market, and the brand disappeared for nearly 40 years. In 2005, the now founder and CEO, Stephen Tiller, found an original pair of Seavees in a Tokyo secondhand shop, and by 2008, he loved those sneakers so much that he relaunched the brand Seavees. So now Seavees is a brand in California, and they actively work on including sustainable materials whenever possible into their shoes. So many of their shoes now feature sustainably sourced materials such as recycled cotton uppers to post-consumer recycled plastic laces to recycled rubber outsoles. Seavees is also committed to protecting the sea, which is very suitable for its name. I don't know if that's where it came from or if it's related at all, but it regularly partners with organizations working to restore ocean ecosystems and our coasts. They actually have an entire line called the Sea Change collection that represents their biggest commitment to sustainability and feature almost entirely eco-friendly and sustainable materials. All of their shoes in that collection support Pacific kelp reforestation thanks to their partnership with sea trees. And a big issue with a lot of sneaker brands, like the name brand ones, are a question of ethics in their supply chain. So Seavees are designed in California and then made in Vietnam and China. And they do explain why their shoes have to be made over there, because they vulcanize their shoes and this process is no longer made in the US. I did look up what vulcanized rubber means, or what that meant.
What do you know about vulcanized rubber?
Sparks birth control.
And it is a way way of cooking down a rubber to make it more durable and sturdy. And the one environmental downfall of that is that the vulcanization process produces sulfur oxide, which is a pollutant that contributes to acid rain and air pollution. So it's not great. However, if you were to vulcanize rubber, vulcanizing natural rubber is better, I think. And Seavees also says through this process, they're closely engaged in the processes and responsibilities of the factory. And they use a natural gum rubber, which gives the sole of every Seavees more bounce, flexibility, and longer lasting results. They do say on their website that they want to assure you that the working conditions and the production techniques used to handcraft every pair of Seavees are truly the best in class. There aren't any third-party certifications or anything like that that I could find on their website or even other people talking about this brand. So if you guys see anything or hear anything that's a little sus, leave it in the comments down below. I try to do as much research as I can regarding brands, their ethics, and their sustainability, but I am far from being the perfect researcher. So if you guys do have anything to add regarding this brand that you guys have found, leave it in the comments down below. And with that said, please do your own due diligence on the companies before purchasing anything from them. I try to do my best, but again, I'm still learning how to distinguish brands that are greenwashing from ones that are truly sustainable and transparent. With all that cool background information out of the way, let me show you the sneakers that I got. These are the Cardinal sneakers in the version that's all white, and I got it in the size 6. Really quick, let's talk about sizing. If you are in California, they do have a store in Newport Beach and in Santa Barbara, but if you don't, I'll just tell you my experience. I got the size 6, and very honestly, I cannot tell you if it's true to size or not, because I only very recently learned that your toes are not supposed to touch the front of your shoes when you're walking or like at all. And prior to this, my toes have always touched the front of my shoes. Like, I thought that's how shoes should fit. So if you also didn't know, your toes should not hit the front of your shoes when you're walking. Typically, when I wear a 5.5, my feet fit perfectly into the shoes. Even with medium thick socks, I can still wear them comfortably, but again, it's like a perfect fit. With the size 6 of these Seavees, my toes don't hit the front of the shoe. They do feel a little bit big and a little roomy. If I tighten the laces a little bit more, my heels only slip out of the shoe minimally. However, I do want to note that the back of the shoe is quite cushioned and quite supported, and the more I wore them and the more my foot kind of sunk into the shoe, my right foot no longer slips out of my shoe. Regardless, my heels are fine. I didn't get a blister. My heels didn't get roughed up because the back of the shoe is just really well constructed. It's like really cushiony and really quite soft. Could I have sized down to a 5.5? Absolutely, but I don't know if my toes would hit the front of the shoe or not. Sorry, that was a little unhelpful, but I got a size 6 and I'm happy with them. As for width, with my Nikes, I remember when they were brand new, the sides of my feet at the widest parts did touch the edge of the shoe, and it would just be a little uncomfortable around that area of my foot. But after breaking them in and they stretched a little bit, I no longer feel that pain. For the Seavees, however, my foot also again touches the edge of the shoe, but never in a painful way. I've worn these shoes for about 20 miles now for multiple hours, and I've never experienced any pain in them. However, I don't have like extremely wide feet. I think I just have a very average width foot. With my average width foot, my feet touch the sides. So if you have really wide feet, I'm not sure how comfortable these would be for you. They might be a little tight. For the materials, these shoes are made with a 100% leather upper, and the leather they use in the shoes are sourced from Leather Working Group certified tanneries. And the outsole is made with 5% recycled natural rubber and 95% natural rubber. Can I just say how beautiful these soles of these shoes are? Like, they look like fruity pebbles. I was so sad the first time I had to step outside of the house because they were just so pretty. Prior to wearing them out for the first time, I did use a leather cream to coat the leather to protect it a little better so it could hopefully look nicer for longer, especially because I don't maintain like my shoes between wears. Like, I don't clean them every time I wear them. Instead of buying their leather protector, I just use the one that we had at home. This is the leather cream from Red Wing Shoes. I also wanted to wear down these shoes a little bit first to not only talk about the comfort of them, which they are very comfortable, but also to see what the shoe looks like after it's worn down, because some leather shoes, after they start getting worn down, they kind of look really old, like they just don't look cute anymore. And these shoes are still very new, but even with the creases, they're creasing really beautifully. Like they're not looking saggy, and it doesn't like bubble too much around the toe area like some shoes do when they start creasing, and hopefully it doesn't look worse than this anytime soon. I also love the little tag on the side. As I was looking for shoes to purchase, some of the logos were just very in your face for sneakers, and I felt like that kind of detracted from the shoe being like more versatile. I think this little logo on the side is so understated and just like so classy. Let's get into the outfits, because these shoes go with literally every single pant that I have. They go with flared jeans. They look good with a skinnier flared jean, like with a more narrow cut. They look good with straight leg jeans, and I think these shoes look particularly good with the Hey Joanie jeans, just because there's kind of like a retro vintage vibe about the shoes, and all of the Hey Joanie jeans are also like retro 80s rock and roll inspired, so I feel like they just really go well together as like a jean and shoe combo. Like not only are they cool with these wide leg jeans that are a little bit more retro inspired by Hey Joanie, but they also look so cute with my Levi's low loose wide leg jeans. I think since the shoe's a little thicker and has a little bit more weight, it doesn't get swallowed up by the pant leg. It doesn't get swallowed up when paired with like a wide leg jean like this. But like I said before, these can be dressed up or down. So if you have some wide leg pants that are a little bit more formal, like these pants, the outfit still works. The sneakers still work with this outfit. They're also so comfortable that I go on my nightly walks in them, and I don't know how it's possible, but I feel like these sweats make these shoes look even cuter, or vice versa. I think maybe the shoes make the sweats look cuter. Oh, were you guys at all shocked that they also look good with yoga pants? And I know sneakers go with essentially everything, but not all sneakers go with every type of pant. Those flatter sneakers don't always look as good with wide leg pants, and any sneaker that's like too colorful doesn't go with all outfits, but these sneakers, they go with all outfits. At least all outfits that I own and would wear. Hence why I think they're the perfect sneaker. Alright, I think I proved my point here. They literally are the perfect sneaker for me, and if you also wear sneakers like 99% of the time and you're in the market for a new sneaker and you want to support a more sustainable brand that uses more eco-friendly materials, go ahead and save this video or save this brand and take a look into them, because I really am so pleased with these sneakers. They look so beautiful, they're so comfortable, and I think they're just really well crafted, and I think they will last a very long time. I will do updates on these shoes as I wear them more. I'm going to be taking them on a trip pretty soon where we'll be walking probably like 10 plus miles a day to see how they hold up, how my feet feel afterwards, and how they look overall after all that mileage. And I'll do continuous updates on them. If you're watching this video years from now, take a look at the channel page to see the most recent update so you get a more comprehensive review before committing to your next sneaker purchase. Well, that is all I have for you guys. Let me know if you've heard of this brand before and what you think about this brand, and now that you've seen a video about it and looked into it a little bit more, leave it in the comments down below. And I really do think these will be my go-to sneakers for probably the rest of my life. That's a big claim, very bold claim, but I'm putting it out there. Unless there's anything sus about the company that you guys have found, let me know. Don't leave me in the dark like that. But ultimately, I'm so impressed with these shoes and so happy with this purchase. If you like this sort of video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I have so many more brand reviews on the way where I'll be comparing multiple different brands of the same item to try to find the best of the best at the best price so that we can fill our closets with the best of the best quality, cut, value of the item, and not waste our money on things that don't look good or are not practical for our daily lives. So don't forget to hit subscribe for so much more. And again, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!